This has been the year that I can confidently say has pushed me to be content in hard seasons. I feel as if I have been stretched in every area of my life and have really been pushed to change my perspective and how I feel and view all my circumstances. I have had to learn how to not diminish where I am currently in life and not compare it to where I feel like I should be in this phase of life. Instead, I've had to change my vantage point and view it from the perspective of how God sees it and realize that I'm exactly where God wants me to be. I'm exactly where He placed me in the season exactly that He wants me. And in this season, learning how to be content even in the hard times. It is exactly where God wants me to be in order to shape and develop me into who He wants me to become. And although it is not always easy, it is going to have its ups and downs and challenges. When we're facing hard seasons, it's not pretty, it doesn't feel good. But in some way, we can always say that when we get out of those hard seasons and we're able to see more clearly, we can then appreciate exactly why we were there, because then we can understand that it is exactly the plan that God had all along and exactly what we needed to make us who we are. And so, although I haven't always been content in every phase of this hard season, coming to the point where I'm learning how to be joyous regardless and lean on God for His strength in that joy, and finding beauty and joy in the little things, whether it's just coming outside and enjoying the weather, or being able to get away for a short time somewhere not expensive, somewhere kind of inexpensive, and just taking in the scenery, just viewing life in a way where we're appreciative of the little things. It could be just that you were able to wake up and have the mobility of your body to be able to do something that we would take for granted, but someone not in our position would trade places with us in a heartbeat. Or just waking up and realizing that we can go to a refrigerator and just be able to look in there, see what we want to eat, and choose something. And some people don't even have food. Just finding joy and appreciation in the small things. I think that's what I've been learning to lean on more to help me be content when I want to be frustrated, when I want to be sad or down about not being exactly where I thought I would be at this big age, and trying not to be discouraged in that, because again, if I believe that God has me here for a purpose, if I believe that He can do all things, then I have to truly do that with all of my heart. I can't do it halfway. To have faith in hard seasons isn't just about having faith when you can see things evidently happening in your favor, but it's something beautiful about being able to have that same peace, that same joy, that same satisfaction when learning to be content in hard seasons. And I think that's the journey that God has me on right now, and that I haven't always been successful in that area. I definitely have my days, but seeing myself come to the point where I have had now more days where I can feel the lifting, even though I don't have evidence, to see where doors are opening for the visions and plans that I have had for my life for so long, even though they have not been evident and I haven't seen the actual fulfillment of what I want. Seeing myself grow into not falling into deep depressions anymore because I'm not basically having my way. It's all it boils down to. It's as if we throw tantrums because things are not working out the way that we want them to work. And a lot of times I realize that I forget that living this life is not about me. As hard as that sounds and as hard as that is, it's the truth. Like, we don't live this life for ourselves. We live this life because God placed us here for a reason, to be the reflection of who He is. And if He is allowing me the space to even be here just to be the representation of who he is, then how much more content could we ever be? Because whether it's good or bad times, he's allowing those things to happen. And it's not for no reason at all. It's all for a reason. It's all a part of his plan. So I don't know what season you're in, if you're having some difficult times in your life, and if it's been hard for you to press in, to be joyous and content. I want to challenge you to start appreciating the little things. Whether it's just you taking a 5 to 10 minute walk just outside and taking in nature, whatever it is that is a small activity for the day that brings you joy. It can be the very thing, like another thing that I've been doing to try to find contentment and joy is having that perspective of the childlike faith and doing things that brought me joy in my youth. I kind of just put to the back burner and I forsaked. And it's something about doing the things that brought you joy as a kid, whether it's drawing, it could be writing, it could just be exercising, going outside, playing ball, something simple. Whatever it is that brings you just fulfillment and joy in a small activity. I want to challenge you to do that for a few days, do that for the week, do that when you have some free time if you don't have a lot of time to spare, and start to take in the moment and don't really look at where you are in life, but continue to look at where you want to be. Start believing and having the faith that God is going to bring you there in his timing and not yours. It's us looking at our timing that brings forth the discouragement and dissatisfaction. But when we start viewing it from the vantage point that we are not our own, and we are not here to live the life that we want to live. We are here to fulfill every purpose that he has for us. When we start looking at it from that point, it becomes a little bit easier, if not a lot easier, to start being joyous and content in where we are. Because then we get outside of ourselves and we realize that everything that we go through, everything that we do, and every part of who we are is for a larger purpose. While this journey is not easy and I have constantly had to reframe my perspective, I would rather be in the mindset to lean on being content in the small things versus hanging on to that dark cloud that lets me down because I'm only viewing things from my limited point of view. This is me leaning in and trusting that God has a bigger plan even when I don't understand it. And I hope that you too can find a way to cling on to hope and find joy in the small things.